tonight is a big night. We've been talking about it for a while. We are going to do our best, see if we can lift a satanic curse at the Teton Spillway. And there's been a lot of talk about how this works, how you lift a curse, what does it mean when you're dealing with a satanic curse versus another, just a typical regular curse, if there is such a thing, typical regular curse. Hi, that's 305 Paranormal. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. But I think I got close with the name. So listen, I want anyone who's new to this, I would love all of you to join in and help, whether you're watching live or you're watching after the fact. Would love to have you all help. Hold on, I'm putting the glasses on right now. John, hi, John. Oh, Bigfoot John. Hi. Glad you're all here. Hey, Linda. Oh, cool, Linda's here. So when I say you can join in, you don't have to. If you do, I want you to be aware of your surroundings. Who else is in the home with you, including animals? If you feel there is anyone, animals included, that shouldn't be exposed or maybe isn't prepared to deal with heavier energy like this, then I would ask that you pull back and don't engage, but instead watch. You're welcome to DM me and ask, hey, how can I do it one day? So even if I know my partner or animals or whomever. Animals are a really important aspect of doing this work, especially knowing which animals can handle it and which ones can't. I posted last night a perfect example, actually, I got from both of my animals on who can handle doing this work and who can't. I was preparing for it very subtly, but last night I started slowly, energetically preparing. And you'll see how Opal responded to one of the pieces I got, which I allowed her to continue to have that reaction and respond because Opal's very strong and very clear and knows how to work with energy. And so it was important for her to have that expression. You'll notice at the end of the video, Oliver was in the bathroom shaking. This is like a perfect example of animals that can't handle the energy versus animals that can. And animals that can't handle the energy, if they are in an environment like mine where this is all I do, then it's my responsibility to make sure Oliver is taken care of. So he has a little cross that he wears on his collar. He had one before, took it off, didn't need it, put it back on for this. So if you aren't sure if your animals can handle this type of energy, it's you're welcome to ask me, but I'll teach you how to ultimately feel that for yourself, okay? They won't always give you outward signs like my two dogs did. So lifting a curse, I want you to think about the difference between lifting a 2-pound box and a 10-pound box. Okay, so think of when you have a like satanic cult attached to it. We just went from a 2-pound box to a 10-pound box. Okay, it's not scary, it's just heavier. But we also have, I think, 7, 8 people here, plus whoever's in the audience. So now we have 8, 9 of us lifting a 10-pound box. Isn't as hard, right? So, and this goes with this rolls out into life, okay? Energy it's important that we learn how to navigate certain energies and we don't move with fear. Fear is important, and I will experience fear as a warning or as a alert. Maybe go left, don't go right. Maybe don't go this deep, right? So fear is important, but we don't step into situations like, oh my gosh, it's a satanic cult. Like, whoa, like in many ways, it's probably not that different than if I just said it was just a regular curse. I don't want to boil it down to just perception because that's not true either. There can't, like I said, 2-pound box, 10-pound box. But I want us to learn how to navigate energy in a more balanced, nuanced way where we aren't consumed with the, oh my gosh, why, what, how, even though we will talk about that. And there's nothing wrong with talking about that. But knowing when we discuss the why, what, when, and how, and when we simply go in, lift, and move on. And we do it lightly. We do it easily. We do it fearlessly. If you have anxiety, if you start to feel anxiety, if you start to feel fear, I recommend you step back and step out. That applies to everybody and anybody watching at home or involved with it now. Nothing wrong with that. Again, fear is something we want to acknowledge. We don't want to ignore it, but we don't want to walk in with it. Make sense? Sound good? We talked a little bit about I have talked a little bit about how this curse relates to Mother Earth. So Mother Earth replenishes herself, heals herself. But when humans come in and start to mess with Mother Earth, the capacity for her to heal is different. And that's what I experienced the last time we were at this location, was Mother Earth was struggling in this vicinity because of a man-made thing. And of course, this can expand into global warming and environmental consciousness, understanding where Mother Earth kind of draws a line and is like, listen. And that's something that I experienced when I felt this curse with Melissa the first time. So that for me was important to come back and address this. Just because there aren't humans or animals in the immediate vicinity, we can't forget Mother Earth and the harm that these types of energies can cause. Okay, questions, feel free, send them my way now. I can answer any quick questions you have. Otherwise, we're going to start by setting the circle, getting Carly on board, and I can, as I start to connect with Spirit, talk to you guys at home. If you have any questions about how to sit, what that should look like, just let me know. Okay, let's do this. Melissa, there's Melissa first and foremost. There she is. Hi, Carly. Hi. So, Carly, you want to share with us a little bit about how you set up your home?
Yeah, I actually did a lot of prep work today. I cleansed my house with a simmer pot today, which is a little kitchen witch type thing. I put protective herbs and other ingredients into a pot and set it with the intention of protecting and clearing out any negative energy, as well as becoming a barrier from anything new coming in. And then I took that liquid and I blessed my doors and windows.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That reminds me of one more thing I wanted to add for the audience. I work a little differently in the sense that any crystals, or like you'll see the dream catcher that was in my reel that I was referencing that triggered my animals. I don't read what these things do and what they are for. So I am all spirit driven. That's not good or bad. It just is. But I encourage the audience to do the same, because one of the most common questions is always, what do I get to protect myself? What do I do? And for everyone, crystals will respond differently. Dream catchers are not used for this type of work. But when I listen to spirit and am guided to do something, I do it. And I encourage all of you to do the same. There's nothing wrong with and I encourage reading and learning and all the fascinating things that Carly just said. And then also, because Carly's incredibly intuitive herself, so she knows what aligns with her and what doesn't. So I encourage you guys at home, if you happen to have crystals and they're not feeling right for tonight, doesn't matter what they're for, you don't use them. You follow your gut and your intuition first. Now, I know Melissa's out there sweating, so let's do this.
Melissa just needs to unmute her mic.
Listen, we can lift a satanic curse, but we can't unmute. It's just it's par for the course. It's funny because last night, seriously. So last night when I shared with Bruce, I was like, "Did you see how the animals were responding?" And this morning he goes, "Oh,
we're using Tyler's.
Hey, we can hear you.
Hey.
Well, can you unmute Tyler's? I've got his headphones. Sorry.
Tyler.
We've got Tyler in the stream as well. Where's your mic
Tyler,
going, Melissa?
Is it Tyler?
Gotcha. There we go.
Okay. Our phones are overheating, so I apologize if things go bad.
Okay, let's do this. So first, anyone at home, just get comfortable, but I ask that you don't lay down. You sit tall, lean against a chair or couch, okay? I'm going to set the circle for who we have out at the spillway. So we have, we'll have Cosette with right where you are with Melissa. Perfect. Tice on the other side of Melissa. Mike, I want you facing Melissa if you weren't already. And then we have Tyler and Joey that are inside, outside doing their thing. Did I set everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how are you guys feeling out there as far as energetically?
I think we're all doing pretty good. Everybody's prepared and we're feeling good. We're ready.
Okay.
Ready to do this.
Okay, so just for the audience at home, it's 104 out there. So if I make recommendations, like hold hands or something, and it's gross because you're all sweaty, don't. Just stand closer or something. Like, it's okay. Like, if it's life or death, I'll say do it. But if it's not, don't worry. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just looking at the pictures again, and then I'm just going to jump right in, okay? We've got, Melissa, why don't you tell everyone at home what you've got going as far as your spirit boxes?
Oh, so we do have a REM pod behind us outside the circle, and we've already been getting some activity on it. In fact, it just made a noise that we've never heard before that I'm not even sure it's supposed to make. But and then we've got Cosette, who will be listening on the spirit box, and she'll have some noise canceling headphones on. She won't be able to hear us, but she'll just say whatever she hears on the spirit box. So that's not influenced by what we're all asking. And then we've got Tice has an EMF detector. So if he gets any hits on that, he'll let us know. And I do have a recording going. So if we get any EVPs later, or if we hear them at the time, I guess we can do that. And we have one other camera that's just filming everything. So we'll go back and review that later also, just to see if we get anything.
Melissa, do you mind giving us a quick rundown of what's gone down here?
Yeah, so this whole area, about the early 1970s, there was a satanic cult that started performing rituals out here, and then they had to later move because they started building the dam here, the Teton Dam, that was actually completed in 1976. No, it was completed in 1975. It broke in 1976 during the first filling, and it washed over several counties, just wiped out everything in its path. 11 people died due to the dam breaking, and there's been a lot of talk about whether the satanic leaders put a curse on this land and that's why the dam broke, or it could also possibly be that a lot of people believe God put a curse and the dam breaking was his way of washing everything out and trying to get rid of the evil that was here. This area is also well known for cattle mutilations. There was a lot of those that happened in the 1970s, and nobody ever figured out why, who, or what was causing that. I think that's about it.
That's a lot. Thank you.
It is a lot. And it's just up the house from where Mike and I grew up. And so we've spent a lot of time here and tried to kind of see for ourselves what's causing all the activity out here.
Okay, great. So like I said the first time, thank you, Harlow. So like I said the first time that I read this, I definitely can feel the curse, satanic activity, let's say that. So I'm looking at the pictures to go back to, so I can bring myself back there. All right, so I'm going to have those of you that are in the circle just be still for a moment, close the eyes, have the hands down by the sides of your body if you can. Carly, I'm going to have you just close your eyes, sit tall. I'm going, it's that we're there, we're in this, okay? And it's all moving in. It's as if they knew we were coming. As listen, I'm going to say all kinds of crazy shit that's going to sound ridiculous. I'm just going to say it because that's my job. But it's as if they knew we were coming. And that's sends a chill up even my spine, and it takes a lot to get a chill up my spine. So let me move in for a sec. So we all sit tall, stand tall, feet grounded, palms out. For those in the circle, sorry, palms face into the circle. Carly, palms up. What I'm doing right now is just feeling what's moving in on us. I'm feeling what's coming up, what's coming behind us, what's coming in. And there's, in a sense, it's like this, it's like, hold on, I've got noise going on here. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so I'm just managing the energy that's coming up on us. And what I basically have done is just stood in front of it. I've got all of you guys behind me, so it's not like I'm by no means by myself in this, thank God. So I'm just holding this energy at bay for a moment so we can discover it a little bit deeper. So I don't really know until I get in if it's okay for me to hold energy in that space. So once I enter a space and I enter an entity or a being or an energy, it's for me to do something with it. Can I hold it sometimes? But I don't want to create karma for anyone involved by holding something in place, if that makes sense. But right now, this is like, it's like waves washing up against me, and I'm just holding this energy back. It's not hard to hold it back, but it's definitely dense and definitely intense. So what's helping me hold this energy is that I can feel the circle and Carly behind me. I can feel that. So that's what's making it much easier for me to just stand. Had I been doing this by myself, which I never would have made that decision, I don't know that I could have withstood it alone, and I wouldn't have been directed to, obviously. So I have Carly's moving up next to me, okay? I have Melissa moving up to the left of me. And then I have everyone behind me. I'm speaking energetically is what's happening. I'm not dictating this, it's happening. And then I have the circle, stay as you are circle, but energetically they're fanning out behind us. Right now what we're doing is, it's almost like I said, it's kind of like a face-off. It's like we haven't started doing any work yet because there's this conversation happening of who we are and what our intentions are, and if our intentions can override the intentions that have been placed there. I'm feeling all this cattle mutilation that was talked about. I didn't feel it last time, but I'm feeling it now. So there's a direct correlation to that and to these satanic curses. There may be some super low alien vibrations that were contributing, but I'm not necessarily going to confirm that, because the energy of this is like many years of different people and different groups. It's like this satanic, they still do it. It hasn't stopped. This is like a known location for this, which I know Melissa stated something to that degree, but I can feel how many years this has been there and been like piled on top of piled on top of piled, like, it's like layered on top of layered on top of layered. So it's not just like one curse was set and boom, we were done. And to be clear, these people are setting this stuff up as a form of learning how to feel and experience their own power. They like to, so they created chaos to see if it worked. Like, does this really work? Is this really working? I want to see what I've done. I want to see my power in action. That's what created and caused this. This is why they did it. It wasn't like, ooh, let's do this or let's do that. It was like, they're like, I want to see my work in action. For anyone that knows me or knows how I work, if you notice, I'm rocking back and forth. My feet are moving as well as my right hand. This is really unusual for me to be moving this much, if at all. But that comes from holding back and having the conversation with what I'm experiencing. Carly, if you'd like to say anything, you're welcome to now, and then I'll have Melissa.
I'm good. I'm right there with you, but
Okay, I feel that. Okay.
Yeah, feeling
Thank you.
antsy, but that's about all. So
Okay, we're okay. Melissa, what's going on there?
It's eerily quiet, actually. The spirit box is like silent. We haven't had
Hang
anything
on. Where's Mike?
right here.
Mike, what are you feeling right now? Because they're coming right for you in particular.
It's quite calm and peaceful right now. So
So am I doing all the work right now? Okay, good.
Maybe.
I'm happy to hear that.
I guess.
I almost
Okay.
feel like they're standing back to see what we're doing. That's my impression.
Okay. Well, that gives me. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
It usually nighttime is when we have all the activity. Nothing during the day, but nights are just kind of terrifying out here.
Okay.
Miriam, are you getting any sense as to what may have caused the cattle mutilations? Whom, what, why?
That was what I just went over, which is these people with these satanic cults are they do it as a form of show us. We want to watch our power in action. We want to see what we're doing. We want to see what this energy is that we're putting out. We want to see how when we sit in circle, what we create.
Hey, Miriam, I'm feeling a lot of chills. I've been also rocking since the circle had started, just like you are. And
Interesting.
we have a comment that popped up from 305 Paranormal asking, what do we all sense already?
Let me go back really quick to Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still feeling anxious?
I'm not necessarily feeling anxious, but like, you know how you said that you were rocking and you're moving?
Uh-huh.
I am sitting still, but my body would like to be moving. That's kind of the feeling that it's all tightly contained energy.
Okay, so if it feels okay to move. If that feels better, what's being asked of you, Carly, is for you to expand energetically.
Okay.
So what you're feeling is your own power, your own ability, and the trepidation to expand it, to kind of puff up the chest, okay?
Okay.
So if you do that, it'll take a little bit more off of me and a little bit off of Alex, and see if there's more of a balance. The fact that no one's feeling anything out there is great.
I almost feel like it's the calm before the storm that's about to hit us, to be honest.
Oh, cool.
But Cosette just got a yes on the spirit box. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Cosette and I are swaying quite a bit, and I'm trying to hold still, but I do have my feet grounded. And I am starting to feel a heavier pressure and presence. So it sounds like she's got her first answer. If there's anything else you want to ask.
Alex, see if you can stop your rocking.
She got
Yes, I've stopped.
Okay.
And
hold
another...
it. Hold yourself.
Sure. Another commenter just said, I feel intense energy. That was Linda.
Okay, good. Sorry, go ahead, Melissa.
She got a hey.
Hey,
Male
dude,
voice?
what's up? What's up, bro? Okay, so Carly, you're okay? Did you feel that?
Male or female?
Yep, I'm good.
Male or
Okay.
female? Male. We got a male what? So it sounds like he's asking what we want from him.
Okay. We are going to clear you out of this area.
We're okay. Male, yeah. You said yeah? Male voice?
He said yes?
He said yes.
Okay. I don't believe that, but
She heard a hello, male voice.
okay. I think we have
I feel
someone
like he's
caught.
toying with us.
Yeah, I think we have someone caught in this vibration. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, so this guy, what's his name? Does it start with a D? Dave, Dan, something? This guy's caught in this like vibration that this cult has created. He's like caught in it. So let me pull him out of that.
Do you have the names?
Carly, if you can connect with this gentleman, you're welcome to.
I think we're checking on female. Female voice said stay. And we are checking on that name because we believe it might be associated with this place.
Can you say that again? Did you say a female?
Female said stay.
Female said stay, and the male agreed to go, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Before this male is caught up, he's kind of like spinning in this. He's been in this caught up in somehow. He got caught up in it. If you want to, Carly, really quickly talk to him just fast, because now that I have him, I can't keep him in this vibration. I got to pull him out.
Right. So he's already coming through the cards. We have a card indicating a stuck energy and need to change the energy. And this card is the imp, which is magical interference. Then we have the man, which is indicating, sorry, backwards camera, indicating that it's him who's talking, saying like, hey, yes, I am here. I am here. We have the owl, which can mean a lot of different things. But in this one, he is appreciating that you can see him and know that he is there. And the snail is usually a slow moving energy, but I think that he is extending his appreciation that you are willing to come in and help him speed this up, because I think he's sort of been trapped in time, and it feels like he's not moving and he's ready to kind of pick up the pace.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's amazing. Let me get him out of there. I don't want to hold him there any longer.
You got a male voice say Billy.
That might be someone else. Hang on, one crazy at a time. Let me get this guy out of here. So this is the visual I have right now. It's like a tornado, and he's been swinging in it. He just, I don't know how he got there. I don't want to know. I'm talking to someone else.
Said, hey.
Just get him out. Come here. Hang on. Carly, I might have to have you double check that I got him.
Okay, I can do that.
I feel like I did, but I can't tell.
Okay. Yeah, I think that you did, but I think that what's happening is that there are a few people who are kind of caught in this web. The first card that came out is the spider. So, and the spider it catches its prey in the trap. So I think that your analogy with the tornado was pretty spot on, because it seems like there's a few souls who are stuck up in there. The next card that came out is the bone house, which is literally a resting place or a collection of souls to be. It's a home of the dead, a portal area. And then we have the gallows, which is fair or unfair persecution. So they didn't get much say in the matter here. And they are very much ready to move on to a new life. And the last card means words have power. So they appreciate what you are saying. And I think that the first gentleman is gone. And I think that there is another male and at least one female.
That's exactly what I felt.
We got a male say you are.
I got a Scott or a SSS word for this male that I'm working with. The female said she'd wait. She wanted me to get this other guy out first. I think maybe they're together. I don't know.
Male voice said this spot.
Carly, you can jump in anytime.
Right.
I'm working on getting this guy out, the S guy, and then the girl.
So these cards are pretty interesting because there's a few different meanings here. The first one coming out, I was asking about the woman who said that she would wait. And the first card to come out is the coffin nails, which is literally the final nail in the coffin, which is a finality, an ending, and the pail, which is healing waters. So they are understanding, or she specifically is understanding, that this is the end to it. Healing is coming. The moth is either a messenger for the dead, or in this case, it is a transition towards the light. And the last card is the embalming fluid, which is to protect or preserve something. So I do think that this male and female have some sort of relationship, but she is feeling very protective over him and willing to let him go first. So I don't know if
male
this
voice.
Male voice?
Saying here and wait.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the guy and the girl were a couple, and they thought this was more of they got caught up in this satanic group. They thought it was more of a joke. They didn't realize the seriousness of it. They actually were killed in the act somehow, together.
Miriam, any chance you're getting a name on this girl?
No, Susie.
Okay.
I just keep getting this S. Melissa, that's you, I know, but I'm just like, I can't grab her name, but she's protective because she got him into this mess. They weren't meaning to be there. They just got sucked in. So let me get them out. She keeps apologizing because she made a big mistake.
This is making a lot of sense, actually.
Okay, I think I got her out. Carly, can you double check? Melissa, go ahead.
Yep.
I'm just saying this is making a lot of sense. The book that we read regarding this place started out with a couple who got mixed up in this satanic cult and they couldn't get out. So
no shit.
This is making a lot of sense.
Yeah, I would say that that's a big yes. The first two cards that came out both relate to following your intuition, understanding that you're trusting your gut. But the next one is the casket plate, which literally means being at rest, and the hag stone, which is protection and being able to move between the worlds. So I would say that that is a big yes. You have moved her on.
Okay, I did just feel them, all three of them. It's like they just stepped into to give you a visual, it's like they stepped into a car. It wasn't, but that's what they all stepped into. They're gone. I'm not sure why I got that visual. Usually I have angelic beings come down, but maybe they got a pit stop before they get all the way out. But they're out of that mix. So now they're on the road. Okay. So now we have, hold on.
I'm feeling an extreme tingle on my right side. Cosette's feeling it on her left side. Not in the good sense that I would usually get it. Like, cool, we're helping somebody out. I feel like something's about to hit the fan. Something's
How's
gonna go
Mike?
down here. Mike, how are you doing?
He's
He's going through some of these names and seeing if he can
find them
find them
in
in
the
the
book
book also.
finding
Finding
some
some
information.
So Mike is a big, it's almost as if Mike is some sort of gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And he's really doing more of the heavy lifting than I realized at holding this energy back. I think Mike doesn't realize how much work we need another conversation for another day, but we want Mike to get connected when his spirit's working to work with the physical. Cause like, it's almost like right now there's two Mikes. One's his spirit doing all this work and one's his physical. And we want to bring them together. So there's a little more awareness that right now he's been like the guy holding all this back. So we could do this work of bringing these three out. So there's that. Carly, I feel you got it a lot bigger, so thank you energetically. And I feel that Alex is grounded, so that's good.
Male. We got a male that said you.
Meaning?
You, male. Male said you did. I'm wondering if he's answering the question that yes, Carly has been getting them most of the energy.
So I did ask when you guys were saying that your left and right sides were going numb and you felt like there was something coming. And we got balance. So the most important thing is for you two to try to stay as grounded as possible. And then the spider, which is an interesting card because it's almost like it's attempting to kind of weave itself around you, paired with the door knocker, which is a literal spirit visiting. But the last card is the drum, which is a battle cry. So all you really have to do is keep standing firm and exactly like you are.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Carly, I'm going to ask you for a sec to put down the cards because I need you. And Mike, if you're doing something, I need you. If you can stop for a sec, because this thing, like Melissa keeps feeling it's like Melissa keeps warning me they're coming in closer and I'm busy doing all this other stuff and I need to hear her. And so I need, Mike, you have, so it's me and Carly, and then Mike, you're in front of us energetically. You are the one that is to have a conversation with them that basically lets them know that it's over. And I'm not like throwing Mike under the bus and being like, you go do the dirty work. Like, this is what I'm being instructed to do. Me and Carly are like right next to Mike, like, yes, what he said. So we're all going to be still for a moment. Everyone, do your best to hold the body still. I mean, Mike, I'm going to ask you to have that conversation internally or externally, whatever feels right, that you're letting them know that their time is done.
I think that is a good idea. This place has been on our radar for years. We've come down and found some pretty horrifying things. I think it's gotten a lot of kids into trouble who didn't necessarily mean to get into trouble, headed some kids down the wrong path. So it is time for this to be done. So I think they should leave.
So Mike,
What
is
happened?
Mike in?
My head is like.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Melissa, you okay?
The second he said that, my head just is it's like
static electricity, like you wouldn't believe.
Okay, Mike, can you step out of the circle, but don't leave a hole? So wherever you step out, the two next to you quickly come together. I need you to face, like, look at Melissa, but look beyond Melissa. That's where this cloud, this mountain of energy is. I just need you to close your eyes, stand tall internally. I want you to feel, and not necessarily using words. I want you to feel the words as you send them back out, if that makes sense. You're the one that's in charge of this. Me and Carly are on either side.
Huh. I just looked to my right and my left.
Oh.
I did feel a weight lift from my shoulders.
Okay.
Albeit small, but it was. I definitely felt.
Great.
I felt that
okay.
lift.
There's
Just
more.
for viewers' reference, you mentioned behind me being the cloud, and that is where the dam broke, right behind me. You can see this. I don't know if you can see the spillway, but that's where all the
activity happened.
Okay. Okay, so there's layers. I mean, we're not going to be here all night, but hold on. Everyone stay where they're at. But Carly, what's being asked of you? Hang on. Carly, get a little stronger. They're trying to navigate through you. Mike, step to your right once. Circle, you are a buffer. So basically what's happening right now is they're pushing. And we have to gently stand tall. I say gently, but we do it gently with stability. I don't want to use the word force, because if anyone forces anything, we're right along with them. So it's this gentle, strong, stable force that they're coming up against. So every time the energy comes forward, we might wave back a slight bit, but we come back even stronger, if that makes sense. So you feel the wave, it might push you back a little, and you push forward, and it pushes it back even more. Mike is the center of it. Again, me and Carly are on either side. Carly continuing to ask you to get bigger. Not because you are small by any means, but you're just being challenged, that's all. So some sort of relation that Carly has to this, now that I'm getting, there's some sort of relation to this energy that Carly, you have. There's a familiarity. There's like something about this energy is recognizing you. Visualize yourself next to, but slightly behind Mike. Don't get in front of Mike.
Okay.
You've been in this space before. You've worked with this type of energy before. I'm not talking about this life. And so there's a familiarity. They're recognizing you, calling you out almost. That's interesting. Calling you out. So that's okay. We've all been there for sure. So what the beauty of this is you've worked with this energy before in many lifetimes. So it's familiar. So this is why they're coming more for you than for me. They're not coming for you, but they're leaning into you. They think they can manipulate you to break. Mm-hmm. So this is the beauty of remembering who we are, because that includes the strength of the past. Doesn't matter if it was negative or positive. It's positive now, and you'll utilize that strength now. Get big. You can feel yourself with wings. You can experience yourself flying, floating. Don't leave. Stay connected to Mike. Do whatever you feel comes to you. Just to basically letting them know that this isn't what you practice anymore. And you're actually using it against them, unfortunately. That power that you wielded back then is now being used against them, not in a ferocious, painful way, just as a friendly reminder their stay is done.
We just got some EMF activity.
Okay. Mike, be aware of what's behind you for the moment. If you need to turn around, do so, but you're getting surrounded. So I don't know if I can wait for Melissa, but Mike is being surrounded. So Carly, I need you to keep doing what you're doing, but yeah.
Am I on? Because it's funny you say that. There's something that's been bothering me behind me since I got here.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's been bothering me. I keep turning around and looking at it. I don't know what it is. There's something down in the canyon there in the trees.
So turn that direction, stand there, stand tall. Carly, I'm seeing you right now lifted off the ground with wings. So use that and or whatever else you're feeling. Carly's just been like lifted to this other dimension. We've switched roles in a sense, as far as you and Mike. So now you are protecting Mike. My God, we could be here all night. Jesus. I got to figure out a way to move this along. Carly, you're now, you got to take care of Mike for a moment. I got to figure out how to move this along. Because now we're just kind of moving energy around and kind of playing like volleyball with it. This is hard. Okay, so I'm gonna okay, guys, is there anything else that you want to get? Melissa, I gotta close this out. I gotta clean it. I gotta clear it, or else we're just gonna be playing in it and we're all gonna create some really bad karma for ourselves.
We got our
Male voice say 8, which is, I believe, the number of people we have working on this at the moment.
Okay. So again, Carly, I've got you up in the air. I've got you with wings, which is pretty awesome. We're on either side of Mike. Okay, so I'm going to have the circle look up. Mike, you can look up if you choose. I'm about to bring in, I'm just going to move into this energy. I'm just going to move in. So just be still for a moment. Okay, I'm breaking it up. I broke it up. Just be still. It's like they come back and reform. It's like you break it up and it reforms, and you break it up and it reforms. So hold on. Carly, hang with Mike, watching over him for a moment. He's vulnerable right now for some reason. I'm just going over this many times. I'm blowing out the energy, and then it resurfaces, and I'm blowing it again, and I'm just making sure it's clearing it. Oof. I got animals coming at me with gratitude. Now that'll break me. Hold on. I got animals, lots of animals. I got rabbits and cows and deer just coming at me with gratitude.
Right as you were saying that, the birds just started chirping really loud out here.
Okay, it's going to make me super emotional. That'll get me. Okay, so hold on. Let me just hold this. Hold on. It's like I'm clearing it, and then they keep trying to reach for Mike. Karma's been cleared with Carly. They understand she's who she is now. They're not going up against you anymore, Carly. They get it. They're not going up against Mike. They're challenging him like differently, like a duel almost type thing. And I'm just getting in the middle because otherwise we'll be here all night. We're not doing that anymore. It's like they see Mike as this presence that that they know they can fight, and it's more of just like fun. Like we could fight him. Like what would like they like a like and they just the energy would just be going back and forth and back and forth. They just wouldn't resolve anything. I'm not sure what that's about. We can deal with that
He is
later.
the one here that's had the most experiences out here.
Oh, okay, okay. Every time he goes, he would clear it just a little bit. That's why that duel is there. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me close this out. How's Toby?
He is hot, but he is doing well.
Okay.
He was very, I don't know if you noticed, he was very antsy at first, but he is calm now and laying down.
All right, I think I've got bulk of it. Carly, what do you feel? Do you feel like we got it?
I think so. Yeah.
Mike, how do you feel?
I got the pressure off my shoulders a little bit.
Okay.
Like
How's everyone? Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just been relieved. Yes.
Circle. Each one of you take a second and tell me what's going on with you before I come out.
You want to start? I just feel like we've at least helped Mother Earth, the animals out here, and the people that were trapped. I don't know that we can lift the entire curse in one day, but I do feel like we've done some good here today. That's my impression. How are you feeling, Cosette? How was the spirit box?
Really quiet, but here in Idaho, Utah, you can tell a lot of the stations are religious. I was trying to flip through, so I wonder if that played a part in why we couldn't hear much.
Okay.
Like a lot of the stations that it was flipping through, I could tell were like the
religious music.
Yeah, the religious Sunday music, Sunday tunes.
Okay. How are you feeling, Tex?
I feel calm. I feel like everything's well.
We are getting a cooler breeze, thank goodness.
Wow.
How are you feeling,
Okay.
Joey?
Definitely feel a change in atmosphere.
Like the barometric pressure is not quite as intense, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
Mike, how? Yeah.
Okay, Mike's son.
Tyler, how are you? Oh, Hobbs, how are you feeling? Oh, he said that he's feeling pretty peaceful. He can definitely tell a change in the atmosphere out here.
Great. Okay, and then Tyler and Joey?
Joey spoke already, but Tyler, how are you feeling?
I mean, like throughout this, I've been feeling a lot of anxiety, but I feel like it's been so I know that's one.
I'm feeling good.
He feels good?
Yep.
Okay, I heard he
had a
said
lot of
he had
anxiety to begin with.
All right. I feel like the bulk of it is gone. Is there residual? Possibly. I don't think it's anything that can do nearly the damage. Be curious to see what starts to grow, and maybe we revisit in a little bit. Fuck. I need a drink. And I don't drink. Denise, hi. This was incredible. So emotional. Yeah, I feel a little kooky. Carly, how are you?
I'm feeling good. Yeah. I was just asking.
She's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I feel good. I have incense going. I'm good. I can pop in and out. No, but I asked the cards just when you were checking how everybody else was feeling, and we had the morning brooch, which is a heavy sadness. So there may be some lingering, like you already said, but the mandrake root is getting to the root of the issue. So probably whatever you did here will make a difference, because the next card is the sun, and the last card was, it means energy work, like direct energy and ritual work. So I think that you've made a real impact here.
Wow. That was amazing for me. One of my more amazing experiences working, Mike and Carly, it was, if you felt even a quarter of what I felt with you guys, that was incredible. How Melissa in the circle like held, it's like if I could put it into like a visual, it's like Melissa and the circle were like holding like lookouts, right? And we're directing where things were coming from and what was next. And then Mike and Carly had these intimate relations with this energy for very different reasons. But clearing that and healing that, and then being able to walk into the storm once Carly like spread her wings and started flying literally, and then once Mike made the establishment that it's done, we're not doing another duel, this is over, the circle was like the lookout. It was easy to just walk in and then just clear, because at that point everyone was very aware of their roles, placing everybody in their roles. Like, really important, every single one of you involved, whether you're holding a camera or, it's really important that you understand that this work today shifted you. It stepped you much deeper into who you are as a spiritual being and your purpose, why you are, who you are. Please, please take this work that we did and bring it into your daily prayer, your daily meditation, or whatever it is that you do. Know that you are different from after today. Not because we are bigger and better and extraordinary. I don't mean that. I mean, and I'm also speaking to people at home that joined in. You when you do this type of work, it changes you. It should. It has to. And if you don't know how it's changed you yet, that's okay. But that's where I say, bring it into your prayer, into your meditation, into whatever you do that connects you to your spiritual being, because what everybody did today is not normal and is not average and is not something that is done all the time and is not something just anyone can do. And I know that's only coming from me. And if you don't know me, that may not mean anything. But if you feel it in your gut, if you feel it in your heart, know that what I'm saying is truth to power for you. So please take what you did today and know that it's setting a path for the rest of your existence and body. That includes Sarah, Alex, and those of you at home, even if you're watching after and participated. Know that this is important. If you participated after the live, or you want to go back and participate, there's always residual, so there's always help. There's always work that can be done. Okay, questions from anyone, anywhere?
Yeah, we have a question from Linda Judd that says, how does Mike feel about the feeling coming from the ravine?
Thinking about that, and I was wondering how Miriam knew and what it was that she thought. I don't get super strong feelings, but every once in a while something will just kind of nudge the back of my brain, not that it's a danger, but to be aware of the area or the location and keep an eye on it. So Miriam, what did you think that was going on?
Everything that I just voiced is me seeing all of you in your most powerful forms. And so I say that because I see how, Mike, you handed it to me as if I know more. And what I want to say is, I was just watching all of you in your most powerful form. And so I was reading off of what you were experiencing, whether you consciously knew it or not. It wasn't that I discovered, it was as if I was watching a TV and I'm watching you come into this form. Now, when I see people come into these forums, this is when when I talk about being able to experience a human being versus just know a human being. When we experience a human being, we can intuitively feel their past, present, and future, past lives, this life. It doesn't mean you can necessarily break it down. You don't have to. You can experience it. And that's what I, with Mike and Carly specifically, I was shown this lifetime, I was shown what that means for you now. And so it's about me just witnessing you in your most powerful form. And so, and when I witness that, it allows you to experience it, own it, and feel it. And so, yeah.
Sorry, Mike doesn't realize the power that he has.
He is the protector of the group. I don't know if you noticed, but he stepped outside the circle on a couple of occasions because he's always keeping an eye on everybody. And I don't think he realizes the power that he has, not just on the humans that are here, but the spirits that he helps whenever he does this.
I think that's, Mike, what do you say to that?
She keeps telling me that, and I've always felt like I was in charge of security, not just physical, but spiritual. And I catch myself doing that. I've got 5 kids, so I've been doing it for years. And that's easier thing for me to do because I don't honestly get a whole lot of feelings one way or the other. Just occasional, pay attention to this area because you just need to be keeping an eye on it because if something's going to happen, it's going to come from here. And I was just wondering, we thought we knew the location of where these seances or devil worshiping was taking place. But now I'm wondering if it was in this ravine behind me. And I think the next time we come down here, we're going to go through that ravine and see if we see anything that we've never been in that part of it before. It's always been the other part of the canyon. So there may be something down there we didn't know.
So let me address 2 things. One is what you just said. So when we can match up energy to a location, that's beautiful. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It may not have necessarily, everything is everywhere always, right? And so from an energetic perspective, everything is everywhere always. So could it have been that specific? Absolutely. But it also may not have been. But when we came in with the purpose, we went to wherever that energy was. Whether it was right in front of you, right behind you, or a million miles away from that location, it doesn't matter. Our intention was to interact with that energy. And so it doesn't necessarily it's not always going to match up with the specific location, if that makes sense. It's kind of like an intuitive experience with another human being. The time delay may not match, but you had the same thought, the same something, but they had it yesterday, you had it today, because everything is everywhere always. Does that make sense? Time is that continuum, right? And the other thing is, Mike, when we talk about, it's important to understand, when we talk about understanding our power is a very quiet, humble, subtle experience. And you have that. You have all the nudges you said you felt. Oh, I felt like I should turn around. Oh, I feel like it's over here. Oh, I get these. Oh, I think I should do this. Or I think I should. That's it. That's it. Power isn't this thing that is grand and amazing and, like braggadocious. It's exactly what you carry. It's just this nudge, this knowing. You don't know why you turned around. You just know that you need to. You don't know why you feel this. You just know that you need to. And just understanding that power is who you are. It's not a arrogance. It's not people can turn it into that, absolutely. But power, it just simply is being you. And you have become comfortable with you. Can you identify it and explain it? Once you start talking about it, it doesn't make sense. But just taking ownership of, yes, you are security. That's a great way to say it. That's what you are. You are that in like Melissa said, you are that in spirit and you are that in body. Beautiful. Done. You get it.
Marion, we have some comments from people at home. Harlow Dane said, nice work from everyone.
Thank you, Harlow.
Linda said, I'm feeling calmness now, which I am too. I was feeling a pressure, like a sinus pressure in my head, and now that's definitely dissipated.
Cool. Good.
You guys probably can't see, but there is a very large hawk that's flying back and forth through the canyon right now. He's big.
Is that unusual?
I mean, we do get hawks out here, but I don't necessarily see them going back and forth. So
that's cool. That's beautiful.
It's interesting. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, when I felt those animals come in, it was like, that's when I had to stay grounded, because forget it. If I get emotional over that, then it's all over. But man, feeling them like stampede through was, wow, that was amazing. That was beautiful. Good.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the things that we found down here 20 years ago or more, because I assume they were sacrificing them, and they were bunnies and cats and dogs and deer and cattle. We'd find circles of them. We'd find them skinned and splayed open. And when you said that about them running free, that gave me a little bit of a chill.
Yeah. No kidding. Interesting. All right. You guys are sweating your balls off. So anyone have anything else, or do we call it a night? Liverpool, UK. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for the love.
I feel like it's a success.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing. We are bonded for life. That's it.
Yes, we are.
No going back. All right. Thank you very much. Do I close it out? Are we officially done? Okay.
I think so.
All right. Thank you. Thank you to Melissa's crew.
This is Destination Mystery. Thank you.
Absolute Destination Mystery. Thank you. You guys are, every single one of you, your energy was brilliant. Of course, the camera guys, thank you, Joey, and Tyler. Mike, of course, for running security. Carly, for allowing herself to fly and pull her wings up. That was incredibly beautiful. And everyone at home, thank you. That was what a ride. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. You guys hang. We'll chat after. See you guys next Sunday. Hope we can talk then.